Okay, let's just wait a few minutes here. Just waiting for everyone to enter the call. Nice and bright and early out, 7 a.m. Early bird gets the worm. Sure you know. Okay. Well, are you all here? I'm just gonna silently go over my attendance list here. So if your name on Zoom isn't what it is in real life, go ahead and change it now, just so I can mark you as being present. Okay. Just going over my list here, making sure. Okay. Well, it looks like we're all here, so I'm going to begin our class now. Okay. So welcome to History 201, Hellscapes of the Western World. I understand that this course may be a graduation requirement for some of you. So we will have people from a whole bunch of different backgrounds, different majors, in this class. That is why our very first discussion post here will in fact be about an introduction. It'll be posted up online, and you'll go ahead and introduce yourself by Friday night, and I'm expecting 3 reply posts to that by Sunday night. That's your very first assignment, so make sure you get that handed in. Even though some of you aren't history majors, this is still a 200 level course, and I have designed it as such. Of course, my assignments and lessons are not going to be impossible. They're very doable, but they are challenging. They're challenging because it's a 200 level course, and that is what I expect of you. I understand that in our current unprecedented situation, with the COVID, with the coronavirus, and all, with the how we're doing Zoom meetings and everything. I understand this is challenging. I understand this is a shift. I certainly, when I was a student in college, I certainly would not have wanted to live through this, but this is, in fact, the reality we're living in. And I want you to know, first and foremost, that, sorry, you could hear my dog in the background. That's just part of the Zoom meetings and everything. I don't know if you're able to hear my dog in the background there, but my dog was barking. And I just want you to know that with COVID and everything, making the adjustments, I totally understand. I understand where you're coming from. That being said, I still want the work to be thorough and complete. My educational philosophy follows the principle that for every 1 hour we spend in class, you spend 3 hours studying. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, about an hour long each. So that comes out to about 30 hours a week for studying. And I know that sounds impossible, but that is unfortunately what I do expect of you, actually. So we'll go over the syllabus in a bit. But for now, there's just one thing that I want to get out of the way before we go over the syllabus. I have a participation grade in this class, and I grade it on a pass-fail sort of thing, where if I feel like you're not participating, you will get a 0 in the participation grade. And this is important because this represents 20% of your overall grade. So you don't want to fail in the participation grade, so make sure you're participating. But if you're doing well, if you're doing exceptional, I'll give you a 99%. And that's another part of my educational philosophy, actually. I don't believe anybody can get 100%, so no one here will be getting 100%. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm only human. So, of course, I will be not not grading your work at 100%. Just goes against my educational philosophy. So if you get a 98%, that's fantastic. You should be proud. But no, you won't be getting 100%. But about this participation grade, I need to know you're paying attention in class, so I know you're participating. And I have a few ways to ensure that you're paying attention. And the biggest thing is that I'm going to need your cameras turned on for every class, so I can see you, so I can see that you're engaged. So if you don't have your camera on now, go ahead and just turn that on so I can see your beautiful faces. Okay. Okay, I see people turning them I see Owen Square still doesn't have a camera on. Owen, are you there? Owen, can you turn your, Owen? Oh, no, he's not saying anything. Owen, oh, he typed in the chat here. He said, his camera isn't working. Okay, Owen, unfortunately, I've been teaching. I had a whole other semester of teaching on Zoom, and I don't believe you that your camera isn't working. I understand that you might not want to show yourself, but just that I will be expecting that of you going forward. So if in fact your camera isn't working, I won't hold it against you now, but going forward, you're going to need your camera working. So don't miss out on that. You don't want a 0 on your participation grade. You can also go ahead and, Owen, I'm talking to you. You can download the Zoom app on your phone, and you'll be able to do it that way too. So again, I'm going to be taking some measures to know that you're participating. In addition to your camera being on, I'm going to need you to maintain eye contact throughout the entirety of the class. If you're not maintaining eye contact, I won't know if you're engaged. I won't know if you're doing something else. I won't know if you're on your phone and, hiding your phone from the camera. So I will need the eye contact so I know you're fully engaged. The other thing to monitor your engagement for your participation grade is I'm going to need you to submit a transcript of each class to me at the end of the class so I know that you were paying attention. And the thing, Tabitha just said something in the comments. She says, do you want us to send our notes from the class to you, or should we type up a separate summary from each class? If this is regarding the transcript, that isn't what I want. I want a verbatim transcript of each of the classes, so I know that you were paying attention. Of course, for this class in particular, the one we have today, that doesn't count. I'm not expecting a transcript of this class because there was no way you could have known. But starting next class, I will be expecting that. And I think I'm a pretty reasonable person. I know that that's challenging. I know that to some of you that seems challenging, but I do in fact consider it to be fair. I notice I'm looking around. Some of you are in your pajamas. And again, for this class, that doesn't matter. But going forward, you will need to put effort into how you present your class, even if it is online. So no more pajamas going forward. I want you to be presentable for your participation grade. That means your hair is clean, makeup on, business casual, eyebrows plucked, etc., etc. I need to know that not only are you engaged in class, but that you want to be here. And if you're presenting yourself like you want to be here, I'll know you want to be here, and that will reflect in your participation grade there. And again, going back to the transcript that I was talking about before, just before I forget, make sure that the transcript is your own work. I'll know if you copied off of someone else, so you don't want to risk that. Another engagement measure that I just want to take is that at the end of each week, I want a personal handwritten letter addressed to my house. I want to know how you guys are doing. That's what it's about. I want to know where you are. I want to know how you are emotionally, where you are mentally, spiritually. I just want to know where you're at, especially regarding this class, but just in general, because I really do care. And I do expect that to be sent to me. Like I said, handwritten. My address is in the syllabus, so you can go ahead and send that in the mail to me by Friday. So you might want to send it a day or two early, because I, as you know, don't accept late work. If you had reviewed the syllabus, you would know that. Again, just to make sure that you're fully engaged in the class, I do have one more kind of measure that I follow. I'm expecting you to, during the class, before the end of the class, a I'm expecting you to write a post about your thoughts about the class, about 3 paragraphs or so, before the end of the class while you're doing your transcript. You're going to have to juggle this with a transcript, and I understand that's challenging, but I do know that you will certainly be able to do that. And of course, you'll need to respond to 2 of your classmates before the class period is over as well. You're required to put effort into these responses, so no 2 or 3 sentence responses. You're going to need to put effort into it so your classmates know that you're engaged. And so I know you're engaged, certainly, because I will be reviewing all these. And then at the end of each class period, with that discussion post that you took, I read something the other day, and I'm incorporating it into my educational philosophy, that it helps for your engagement and your comprehension of the material if you write out your notes backwards. So I will ask that with these discussion posts after class, I'm not requiring this during class, that's unreasonable. After class, I do want you to rewrite your discussion post that you posted in class that you were also doing with your transcript. I want you to rewrite that backwards. And then, of course, I also want the responses that you responded to from that discussion post from class from your other classmates. I want you to respond to the responses that you responded to in class, but I want you to respond to those backwards as well. And you'll get the hang of it before you know it. I know it sounds a little tough, but this is just how I know you're engaged online. It's hard to monitor online. You guys definitely get it from my perspective. I know you do. But, well, it looks like we're running out of class time. So I'll explain your daily homework assignments later, but those will just be so I can monitor your comprehension and your progress in the class. Again, standard stuff. But I am a fair grader, so you don't have to worry about that. And just one more thing before I let you go. I know we're running a bit over time. I know we're about 5 minutes over time now, but I do require a nightly goodnight text. My phone number is in the syllabus, so you'll know what number to text it to. And my bedtime is promptly at 9 o'clock every weeknight. Sometimes I've been known to stay up till 12 o'clock on weekends, but you can't count on that on weekdays, and I do require this every night. And I just want you to put effort into it. And it's just, again, so I know that you're engaged in the class. I know that you like the class, and most importantly, just so I know that you guys love me. So I'll let you go now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Goodbye. All right, take care. Bye, everyone. Have a good class. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.
Hey. Yeah, I've got this history class and I'm kinda nervous. Well, 'cause what if he makes us turn our cameras on? I know, but then only half the class does it and I'm one of the only ones up there. I don't know, it's just easier when your camera's not on. It just is. But no, he wants us to turn them on. It's something about wanting to see our beautiful faces. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, do you think anyone will notice that my walls are, like, bright pink? No, like, bright pink. Well, I don't want to change rooms. 'Cause my bed is too comfortable. I know. I should get some fairy lights. Do you think they'll be able to tell that I'm a freshman? What if they can tell? I know it probably won't matter, but what if it does? But I'm new to this. I only just learned about Microsoft Teams last spring. Well, yeah, I know everyone had to learn online stuff last spring, but I legit had no idea Microsoft Teams existed before this. Okay. But it's like a really strict professor. Yeah, the other day, he said that if we turn in something late, we'll either get expelled or get a couple points off. Yeah, he said it really depends on his mood. Yeah, I mean, at least he told us that he wants us to stay engaged and to do really well. Yeah. It's why he's giving us 30 hours of work a week instead of 50. Also, he wants us to send him a goodnight text every night. No, you would think so, but it's gonna be, like, long. Like 500 words long. No, I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure he told us why, but... yeah, maybe he's just lonely like the rest of us. It's too early for this. Well, 9:30 is early for me. I just wish I could see more people in person. Yeah, like I spent the whole day in my room the other day. I mean, I didn't exactly have a reason to leave. I was gonna go for a walk, but it was like 30 degrees outside, although today it's supposed to be 50. Unless it's 70. Yeah, who knows? You know, if we were allowed to go anywhere, then maybe we could move to Florida. No, yeah, you're right. Florida's way too close. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. I wonder if my history professor's ever been to Florida. Yes, there's history in Florida. Okay, class is soon. I'm just gonna find the link really quick. Yeah, so anyway, the unit we're starting is on, oh, hang on. Let me just find the link. Yes, I know where the link is. It's right in the folder and... or I sent it through... you know what? Give me a minute. Oh, okay. I found it. Yeah, so it was in the Teams folder labeled class materials, and then under that is a separate folder for online requirements, and then you have to scroll through a page for online etiquette, one for chapter 3, one for the types of foods he likes, a few quiche recipes, and then there's the meeting link. No, he never uses Blackboard. He says he's going to. Eventually. I'll keep hope alive. Hey, do you think I should change or something? I mean, I'm only asking because, he said something about, you know, dressing business casual. You don't think he was serious, do you? Okay, you know what? I will put on a nice shirt, and hopefully he won't be able to see that my pajama pants have llamas on them. Yeah, they're the Old Navy ones, that Black Friday sale, yeah, but anyway, yeah. Hey, will you be on campus tomorrow? No, yeah, that's fine. Okay, how about the day after that? No? Okay, the week after that. Yeah, honestly, I have no idea either. Oh, the last time I saw someone in person, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago? Give or take? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so the next time we'll see each other will either be in 2 days or 2 months. Okay, perfect, I can't wait. Oh, class is about to start? I should probably... Okay, wait. My link isn't working. No, I'm clicking on it and it's not wait. What? Oh, okay. Now it's working. Yeah, I'm all good. Okay, talk to you soon. Yeah, I miss you too. Okay, bye.
Fear. The kind of fear that makes you feel like a rock, dropped off the side of a cliff. The kind of fear that makes you tumble, hard, clacking sounds echoing as the stone bounces, fracturing pieces of itself along the way down. Momentum building as the object accelerates, a faint whistle, maybe a scream, as it continues further downwards. The impact, finally coming to a stop. Silence. What else can be said for such a travel downwards? Cramped quarters become more and more stifling. An 8x24 room seems more like a 2x2 square. The printer tosses out page after page, chewing the ink cartridge over in its mouth, only to spit it out afterwards and demand another as payment for its work. Is it better to stew in silence, or let the weight of your worries rest on the backs of others already shouldering great knapsacks? Those bags carry mirrors, laden with false images and hopes. They carry canteens of tears spilled in desperation to feel. The rations are packed and measured, and added to ease the ideas of a muddled mind. Constant breaks are made on this walk, a time to stitch up fraying knots and let others see the terrors within. The campfire is the oldest companion on this journey, a source of light on the dark trek forward, but it serves its purpose well. It provides light and warmth to buried souls that have forgotten what comfort really is. A literary war zone, fingers frozen, hovering over a keyboard waiting for feeling to be brought back into their thin joints. Cracked joints echo as if shards of glass slowly splintering. Ironic, frozen stiff from overuse. Line after line of iambic pentameter and metaphoric genius lay on the page as the cursor beckons, calling for more. Yet the mechanisms of a jumbled brain and tired hands yearn for a different escape. Am I little more than the figment of an exhausted mind? My existence could be summarized just as elegantly, wrapped in a neat little bow and tucked away. Paint the portrait of myself in soliloquize of ambition. Find me depicted in repetition, chanting my desires. Present me in a space befitting the agony I feel. Yet here I sit, with the cursor beckoning to unblinking eyes, unable to find what they seek in the scattered ink piled around them. I'm sorry I have your smile memorized in my mind. I apologize for the excitement I feel at the sight of you. If you would, excuse the stories I concoct and the jokes I tell solely to soothe my craven heart that longs for your laughter. I beg pardon for the memories I recall with such fondness, and I would like to atone for the wishful fantasies of a mind longing to spend even more time with you with new stories each day. Please pardon the constant streams of letters I send at you, hoping that you may deign to give even a fraction of your brightness to me. Write with compassion to the ones who have hurt us. You do not need to forgive them, but it shows the complexity of the person. What if the person who has hurt you is yourself?
It's just the same thing every day, really. Small variations here and there, but it's pretty much all the same. I go and make my coffee. I guess I don't always make coffee, though. Sometimes I skip it. When I make my coffee, it usually isn't very good. I can't make it right, and I'm not sure why. It's never as good as the coffee in diners. I haven't been to a diner in a while, but I think they're awesome. It's quintessential Americana. After I make my coffee, it usually sits for a while. I open up my work. I usually open up several assignments. I also get some personal projects open. Just like to give myself options. I take my first sip of coffee. It's bitter, and I messed it up again. But I refuse to put cream and sugar in it. Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's vanity. Maybe it's, well, you know. I can't focus on anything anymore. I click back and forth between my tabs. Most of these assignments are late. I'm scared to see if I have any new ones. Before too long, I start asking myself if I even enjoy what I'm doing. I think so. My coffee isn't hot anymore. That makes it even worse. Bitter coffee's hard to drink when it's hot. When it's cold, it's almost unbearable. But at the same time, I have to finish it. Lord knows I actually have to finish what I started at least some of the time. Forcing that awful coffee down my throat makes me wriggle in discomfort. I think maybe it's better if I grind the coffee fresh. I need to get to the bottom of this. I'll have to try these techniques sometime. I have to go to the bathroom. I started watching a video in the bathroom. Now, I'm watching another. I wonder who that is.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you by chance the fellow who makes the bitter coffee?
Yeah, that's me.
I am prepared to pay you $1,000 for your bitter coffee.
Okay. I'll need a few minutes to warm it up. It's probably cold now.
Please, no. I prefer it lukewarm. Or cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want it iced?
No.
Or...
No, thank you, no.
Okay.
Wow.
I go back to watching the video. I know I'm just putting my homework off. I don't know if I can reconcile my short-term comfort with the hope of long-term contentment. But being content takes work, I figure. And all the while you get there, are you even really content? These are all things I can't help but wonder. But it doesn't make my work get done any faster. Okay, I can do this. Okay, actually I need my phone to play music to listen to while I work. I don't use music streaming apps because, okay. Actually, I just got recommended a video that looks really interesting. I'll just save it to my watch later playlist. But now that I think about it, I kind of have to use the bathroom again. So I'll just start this video now. Then, when I'm done in the bathroom, I'll stop watching. It's all about self-control, really. I need to learn self-control, and this is the place I'm going to start. Well, the video only has about 5 minutes left, so actually I'll just wrap it up, then get to work. Okay, the video's done. Let me just put on some music. Okay, the music is on. This music is really chill. It's good. Okay, the document is open. Let me just start working on it now. What do you all want?
We heard you make bitter coffee.
Yeah?
I heard you make bitter coffee that is also cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that.
Would you like to try it, please?
Okay. I don't think I made enough for all of you.
It's okay. We'll wait.
Well, I guess this is what I'm doing today. A couple hours pass, and eventually, I run out of coffee. I wish I could have given everyone some bitter coffee, but I had to turn some of them away. But as all of them were leaving, I noticed there was one person left behind. It was a little baby in a little basket on my front lawn. This was wrong. I had to do something about this. Who could just leave a baby all alone like that? So I did what I could. I went back inside, scraped together as much coffee as I could. I used some old coffee grounds that I found in the back of my cabinet. I made one last cup of bitter coffee. I went back outside and gave the baby the cup of coffee. At first, the baby was hesitant and confused. I couldn't blame it, because I am always hesitant and confused. But I helped it drink the coffee, after it cooled down, of course. The baby wriggled after drinking it, but soon, it smiled, and its cradle ascended into the sky. I believe that I have just met God. I go back inside. It's the end of the day. I didn't get any of my work done, but is another day gonna kill me? Maybe. But I hope not. But I'm tired, and I go to bed. It's the same thing every day.
Reflecting on the past can be a strange sensation. One that brings pain to the mind, or a shake to the leg, a twitch to the eye, or only thoughts of dread. As I sit now and retrieve what's left shattered in my brain, I breathe with more clarity than before I got on the train of despair, before I fought my war with pain, with thoughts of sadness floating between my ears. Right before the world changed, I got my last dose of normal, something that seems so distant, like you can only see it through a portal. But it was just what we were used to. It was just Boston, Massachusetts. And the things we once could do seem now that we can never do again. As I returned from this journey, one of physical distance and nothing too strange, I continued down a path I thought I had forgotten, getting lost in my thoughts as it pulled me to space. As doors began closing and people grew restless, I felt myself begin to get trapped in a box, and the pain became endless in this place called my thoughts. Because all of a sudden, my only escape from assignments and screens was a godforsaken place that even now haunts my dreams. For 3 days a week, I punched in 7 numbers, asking hundreds each time, "Hey, what can I get you?" with little thanks in return. Greeted every damn day by those terrible faces moving place to place but stuck in a line, reminded that we may forever be stuck inside. And 5 of those remaining days I sat in my room, slipping down a rabbit hole I thought might have no cure. Those last 2 months were a complete and total mess, utterly strange and miserable to the point that it became a blur in my mind, and all my friends seemed to feel the same. That whole portion of time was an eternity of pain. And this hell only went on at a god-awful pace, 36 hours a week of this bullshit, while time slipped through our hands and we all stayed in place. Scratch that. We didn't stop. We all fell down hard and hit the ground running farther and farther away from the sun and deep into darkness as we wished well on ourselves and well on our friends, knowing they continued to struggle through things we don't know. A few antics continued and some new ones ensued as a new structure in life was beginning anew. We all went in blind with few expectations, while around in our minds bounced fearful sensations. It was the new semester. A strange chapter in achieving our dreams, but dreaming seemed useless as we all went along with how things were going, how we continued to run. It was a mess, disorganized and heavy. It brought down a burden on some, and our mental states became entirely unsteady. Of course, included with our is the state of my own, because I spiraled and tumbled and fell down the pit into a hole I can't climb out of, and oh God, where'd I go wrong in this mess I called life? Why'd I keep going on this path void of light? I'm drowning in sorrow, I'm holding out for tomorrow, but that trace of a smile or feelings I've borrowed to hide how I feel in regards to my health, no, I won't ask for help as I cry out at night for somebody to listen, because while I'm awake, I'm so desperately missing what it's like to be whole, so desperately wishing that these feelings aren't cold, or that I'm grasping at straws of something I might not even be able to handle as I struggle to cope. No! This plague that continues to stay, that's making my soul continue in fading away. But I can't, and I won't. I'll continue to stand here on my own 2 feet. I'll continue to walk to the pace of the beat pounding into my ears as it's keeping me going until I discover the things that will keep me in place and begin on a path that will make me go backwards, taking me back from this dark point in space so I get to a place where I truly am happier, get to a place where there's no more pretending like the world's group of actors that whatever will happen will give us some traction to climb out of this darkness or show us the light at the end of the tunnel and give us the hope that wherever life takes us, we can always get through it. Because if there's one thing I've learned from this treacherous journey, it's that nothing I go through, whether from present or future, I'll ever go through it alone again.